Welcome to Pets in Paradise TV, the show that explores the relationship between humans and animals, and what better place to do it than Hawaii. Here's what's coming up in the next half hour. We'll learn what it takes to get your dog trained to be an agility champion. Then we'll see how an ultrasound scan can help veterinarians save lives. Find out what goes on behind the scenes at a polo game. Plus, we'll learn all about the Dachshund, and it's all about the breed. Pets in Paradise TV starts now. It's a growing sport for both people and their canines. It requires teamwork, speed, and most of all, agility.
Agility is a sport, an athletic sport for both dogs and handlers, which is why it's fun. So there's dog training involved, as well as the athletic part of running with your dog and having a good time with your animal.
In this segment, we check out the Hawaiian Agility Handlers Association in action on their training course.
The dogs actually enjoy climbing on the equipment, running through the tunnels, doing the sets of weave pulls.
Agility is a sport for dogs of all breeds and at all stages of learning. There's lots to learn and enjoy as both the dog and handler train to become an agility team.
So it's a very participatory sport in that the dogs are having a good time right along with the handlers.
Throughout the obstacle course, the handler can only use their voice, movement, and various body signals to coordinate maneuvers with their canine.
You can have fun in the sport of agility with absolutely any breed. There's some that are a little bit more athletic, a little bit more built for the job, but there's no reason that anyone can't bring their dog out to Saturday afternoon class and get involved in the sport of agility and have a really nice time.
Some people do agility just for the fun and exercise. Others take it to the next level and compete against other teams.
It's such a dance between you and the dog, and it's very kinesthetic sport. The dog senses, and you can't be just up in your logical head. You know, once the physical conditioning and the foundation's in place, this is really what unlocks the true fun of the sport, when you can get into that zone with your dog.
So Carol, let's do the jump to the tunnel over to the teeter-totter on this round. All right, so get her playing first. So Holly's a novice dog. She's sort of a middle-range height dog. So we actually have height classes for the teeniest, tiniest little dogs all the way up to the largest dogs, as well as different performance levels.
If you are considering agility training for your dog, remember that the foundation for all agility training starts with basic obedience, learning how to sit, stay, and come when called. When those are learned, you can move on to a training course where maneuvers are taught by rewards, both treats and verbal praise. And lastly, have fun. If agility training isn't fun for everybody, it's simply not going to work.
So this is Christy with her German Shepherd Cyrus, and she's been involved competing for about a year with her dog, sort of at the entry level. And German Shepherds are well-known working dogs, but not necessarily one of the more seen dogs in the agility sport, but she does an incredible job with her dog. All right, let's go see if we can do a couple jumps here. Now we want Christy to go over the A-frame and approach this next big piece of contact equipment, the dog walk, and stop at the bottom. Very nice.
Each obstacle course is different, but there are some universal rules. That way, the scoring of the runs is not just for time, but for skill and accuracy.
So the contact equipment consists of 3 different pieces. This is the dog walk. We have the A-frame, which is a larger, wider board, and we have the seesaw, which actually moves. There's a yellow zone at the bottom of each one of these pieces of contact equipment, and the dog must touch at least one paw on this yellow zone. So one of the methodologies for a large dog is actually to teach them to stop in the zone with 2 feet on the ground and 2 feet on the board.
Ready, steady! Ready, steady! Okay, go feet.
This is Les and his dog JJ, a Shetland sheepdog. JJ is one of Hawaii's top competitors and is now competing across the United States.
What makes Les and JJ a very competitive team is the dog has a lot of speed and enthusiasm. You see she's playing with the toy. Les is athletic and the dog is athletic. So she's got trainability, she's smart, and she's athletic, and that puts together a very nice agility team.
Teamwork is vital in this sport. If a handler can effectively direct their dog around the new course accurately, they can avoid getting penalties on their score.
As you can see, her athletic ability takes her up and over those contacts as fast as she can be, and then the precision of making sure she gets the contact zone. This is freestyle. So he's not actually following a course, he's just training his dog over the A-frame, over the jump. So this is what we do sort of on a weekly or a monthly basis with our dogs.
We just got done running with JJ on an agility course. We try to do this once a week. It's very good exercise, and it's great team building with her, and she's a great dog to play with.
In the end, it's about having fun, the team spirit, and camaraderie.
This agility community is really a community. The handlers are all look out for each other, they participate together, they're a small knit group, and it's like one of the most friendly, wonderful places for me to come and teach every single year.
Do you know which of the following animals sleeps the most? A python, a domestic house cat, a brown bat. If you're a cat owner, you probably think it sleeps more than any other animal on Earth. But no, cats are actually down the list at 15 hours a day. A python sleeps 18 a day, but it's the brown bat that takes the record, sleeping an average of 19.9 hours a day. That's a lot of hanging around. And now, more Pets in Paradise TV.
Okay, so we're on our way. First patient of the day is going to be a cardiac study. We're going to Ohana Pet. And I'm not really sure if we're doing a dog or a cat, but we are going to image the heart.
This is Leo Stewart. She's a registered diagnostic medical stenographer. We're going to see what her day is like scanning pets.
When I originally started my business, the ultrasound machine weighed about 450 pounds. And now it's 8 pounds. And this is the machine. It's about $45,000.
An ultrasound exam is a way of looking inside your pet's body without having to perform surgery. It sends sound waves into the body, then uses the echoes to create an image.
Hi, Vina. I'm Leo. Leo's going to do our ultrasound. Yeah. We're going to put some gel on his skin, get him a little wet, and we're going to put his head on the white towel.
Nalo is a black lab who has been experiencing shortness of breath and anxiousness. They're hoping an ultrasound will reveal if anything is going on internally.
And the machine will tell us how well the heart is functioning.
We were told that labs have heart murmurs. It's normal for them to have this problem.
But we're kind of getting some irregular tones there, and you have a little scratchy sound. This tells us the heart beats a little bit faster than what we like to see for larger dogs.
Leo is studying the different colors to examine the blood flow in Nalo's heart. The results look concerning.
And we have a valve that's leaking a little bit here, so we get this mosaic of color.
Gathering high-resolution images is just the first step in finding answers for what's ailing Nalo.
And so we'll send those images out. The specialists will let us know what their recommendations are for this pet.
Nalo has been coming here since he was 6 weeks old. So I'm hopeful that we can find some kind of medication for him so he can live out his normal doggy life best way possible.
Bye, Nala.
Okay, bye, Nala.
Bye, Nala.
See you later.
Ultrasound imaging options. I could probably be there in about 20 minutes. I'm on the road right now.
The need for ultrasounds is in demand.
So we just added on another patient.
Leo's schedule changes by the hour, and now she's heading to Aloha Animal Hospital to help a very uncomfortable collie.
Looks like this pet came in not eating well. They did an exam, they could palpate something in the abdomen. So we're going to do the ultrasound to see if there's a mass on any of the organs or what that lump that they felt might be. And we're going to put the dog on the table.
My name is Dr. Douglas Chang here at Aloha Animal Hospital, and
If you think I'm looking like I'm in pain, it's because I am, and it's because of this dog bit me the other day. What happened was we lifted up the tail to get a temperature, and the dog was really painful and bit us. Further exam, we found that the reason that this dog presented for not eating and not feeling well is that he's got a big mass in the caudal or the back part of his abdomen, and it looks like it's involving the nerves that supply the bladder and the anus as well as the tail. So we're doing an ultrasound as a non-invasive way to look in there and hopefully get more information so that we can make a more intelligent decision about the diagnosis and its treatment.
Ultrasound is just one picture of the big puzzle. So we have to put all this information back together with the x-rays to determine what's really going on with the pet.
The ultrasound is showing that there is a mass in his testicle and spleen. The prognosis is not good, but at least there are now answers as to why he is so uncomfortable and a starting point of how to bring him back to health.
Okay, so we just left Aloha Animal Hospital, and now we're on our way to Feather and Fur Animal Clinic in Kailua.
Leo is going to check in on one of her feline friends who is recovering from liver surgery.
Okay, so we're getting ready to do an ultrasound. It's on a cat.
So this is Stinky Boo Boo. He's a 10-year-old diabetic cat, and he's been vomiting. So we had ultrasounded his pancreas to see what was going on. And when we were doing that, we saw that he had a tumor or a small spot in his liver, and it slowly grew. And so we biopsied it, and it turned out that it was indeed a tumor. So we scheduled him for surgery, removed that lobe of his liver, and today we're doing a follow-up exam to see if there's any signs of the tumor coming back. Looks like good news. All the liver tissue looks normal.
Lucky for Stinky Boo Boo, his tumor appears to have been completely intercepted and there is no indication it's coming back.
Today ended on a happy note. We have a success story here with Boo Boo.
And he has a bright future ahead with 8 more lives left. In the 1972 Olympics, a certain breed of dog was chosen as mascot. Can you guess which breed? The Greyhound, the Great Dane, the Dachshund, or the Dalmatian? If you pick the Dachshund, you're right. In fact, they even built the marathon course in the shape of a dachshund. And now it's time to learn more about the Dachshund. Everybody loves those little short-legged, long-bodied dogs that we refer to as a wiener dog, the Dachshund. Their size and shape may be humorous, but there's a reason. Dachshund is a German breed that literally means badger dog. They were originally bred to hunt burrowing animals like badgers, prairie dogs, rabbits, and other small prey. They come in 3 sizes: standard, miniature, and Kaninchen, a German word meaning little rabbit. The most common, though, are the standards and miniatures that weigh from 8 to 11 pounds. Dachshunds make great competitors and often compete in dachshund races, including the Wiener Nationals. Writer H.L. Mencken once said that a dachshund is half a dog high and a dog and a half long. They come in 3 types of coats: short hair, long hair, and wire hair, and come in a variety of patterns and colors, although the most popular is red. Dachshunds are excellent pets and are listed as the 7th most popular breed. They're fun-loving, loyal, and are good apartment dwellers. Because they love to be around people, they can get bored and are notorious for chewing things if left alone for long periods of time. They thrive on companionship and seldom display shyness. Because of their breeding as hunting animals, dachshunds can be stubborn and are known for their propensity for chasing prey, including tennis balls, with great determination. They can also be aggressive to strangers and to other dogs. Their bark can be loud and persistent. Training is helpful, but because of their stubborn nature, it can be a challenge. In their home country of Germany, they're loved by everyone and are considered a national symbol. The Dachshund was even made the official mascot of the 1972 Summer Olympics in Munich. And now you know all about the Dachshund.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beginning of the Battle in the Saddle for 2012 is just about ready to get underway.
It's a sport that dates back to the 1st century. It's a game of skill, danger, precision, and horses. In this segment, we take a closer look at the game of polo and go behind the scenes to find out just what this game is made of.
You know, this is the beginning of the polo season, and it's an absolutely spectacular game.
Polo was popularized by the British and has made its way to the islands.
Today, opening day, we've got probably 1,000 people here.
It's been a long-standing tradition on Oahu's North Shore since 1965.
Polo is a sport of kings, but none of us are kings.
They may not be kings, but this royal sport was said to have originated in Persia and picked up by the Byzantine Empire. Although it can be dangerous, it's also a sport full of elegance and grace.
And this is the first game of the season, so I'm nervous.
But today is just a friendly game, and we get together with friends, we just play.
He's excitable, huh? Yeah. He's anxious to get going.
And how does this game get going? Let's get a quick lesson from former Honolulu Mayor Peter Carlisle.
So what's going to happen is I'm going to take this ball, and it's about the size of a hard ball, and although it's sort of waxy, and then I'm going to roll it around a number of people like this, and a beautiful horse like this who's a little bit skittish. And then what will happen is they'll be lined up in the middle, horses facing horses with riders, and I'll pitch this ball out like that, and that will begin the first chuck. Is that correct?
Chucker.
The first chucker, all right?
All right, the game is off and underway. These polo ponies can stop on a dime, give you a change for a quarter.
The game is played on a field 200 yards long by 300 yards wide, the size of almost 10 football fields. In this game, there are 2 teams of 4. Just like football, there are goals on each side of the field. Each goal is 24 feet wide.
And the object is to hit the ball through the goal, just like any other sport, like soccer. So the line of the ball in polo is the most important rule that we have. Whatever player last hits the ball, could be forward, could be backwards, to the side, whatever direction that ball was just hit, that's the new direction of the ball. That's the new line of the ball. And so every player on the field has to respect that line and go with the line. You can't like cross the line.
Now let's take a look at what you need to play polo. You need a mallet.
This is a polo mallet. They are made out of a cane and a hardwood head. The object is to hit the ball dead center where the cane meets the head.
You need courage.
Literally, we get up to speeds of about 35 to 40 miles an hour. And on a 1,000-pound animal chasing a little white ball with other guys trying to do the same thing, it gets pretty hairy out there.
And you need a good horse.
A good horse that will take you there, you focus on the ball, and then that's how the game moving faster and forward.
The right side of the horse is the offside, and that's your typical forward shot. That's the offside. Okay, now on this side, the left side is the near side, same shot going forward or back.
Teamwork there, Devin taking that ball up, trying to come through the traffic, keeps the ball in front of himself. Here comes Chris Dawson with the next shot. He tries to get there in time, but it's wide.
Let's take a behind-the-scenes look at how these athletes prepare for game day.
Okay, well, grooming is such an important job because our players don't have enough time to do this themselves.
A groom should do all of the cleaning and equipment because your player's life depends on it, and if anything is loose or broken, it's the groom's responsibility to let the player know.
So basically, what we try to do here is make sure we're taking care of the horses and preparing them for the game. It's the best job I could hope for.
Out of the back comes Brian Laporte turning the ball with that horse that he loves riding.
And in this sport, it's all about the horse.
The way you can tell if a horse loves the game is that if you're neck and neck with your opponent going for a ride-off, which is a legal move to remove somebody from the line of the ball, your horse will either shy away from it, but this horse, she wants to bump, so she will actually go and bump the other horse and make a face.
They constitute 70% of the game, the riders 30% of the game.
You know, the horses gotta love the game or else you can't get them to play.
If you don't take really good care of your horses, they're not happy, they won't play well.
We're very lucky that we have horses that love this sport as much as we do.
Coming through is Julian Alvarez, a beautiful